As the kernel heats up, the water expands, and around 212 degrees, the water turns into steam, changes the starch inside the kernel into a super hot jelly-like goop, and the kernel heats to about 347 degrees. The pressure inside the grain will reach 135 pounds per square inch before finally bursting the hull open. As it explodes, steam inside the kernel is released. The soft starch inside the popcorn becomes inflated and spills out, cooling immediately and forming into the odd shape we know and love. A kernel will swell 40 to 50 times its original size. Now, do you know that they have a term for kernels that don't pop? Who knows what that is? Does anybody know? Old maid. Yes. So, did y'all know all this about a little tiny itty-bitty kernel of corn? Okay? Well, what in the world does that have to do with service, customer service? Well, let's talk about that. A kernel of popcorn goes through a process in order to pop. Okay. And so same with our customer service. There is a process that we need to go through in order for us to effectively serve others, right? Yeah. And so we're going to talk about that process. There are 3 things that we're going to cover today, which is why we have POP in front of you. So the very first thing we're going to cover is prepare. Who knows that it takes preparation to be excellent, doesn't it? Yeah? Sometimes we think we can do things by swinging by the seat of our pants, but you know, it's so much more efficient when we prepare. So let's talk about what we have to do in order to prepare to be able to serve our customers in the best way that we can. The first thing that we need to do is prepare ourselves and then prepare our workspace or our work environment. So preparation for ourselves. If you work in an establishment, you want to take care about the exterior. And of course, you all know I'm the ladyhood coach, so therefore that is very important to me, is that you take care of the exterior. So let's groom our hair properly, okay? Let's not look like we rolled out of bed when we have to see our customers, right? Let's take that grooming very seriously because that is your presentation to your customer, right? And so if you're wearing uniforms, you know, make sure that clothing is ironed properly. I know I'm speaking to the choir here. But again, uniform and attire is very, very important in our presentation. For ladies, even down to our shoes, you know, you have heels. You know, a lot of people walk around and you hear them click, clack, 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 click, clack, 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 click, clack, before they even get to the door or as they're approaching the client. Well, there's such a thing as a cobbler. Let's get those fixed. Let's get those fixed. You know, gentlemen, shining and polishing up your shoes, because this image is just the initial part of us being able to service others and for them to recognize that we take them seriously. Okay? Secondly, prepare your workspace. Okay, so that starts with our business cards, our brochures. Most of us, we conduct business on the go, right? So are we, you know, when someone asks us for a card, are we digging down into the bottom purse, pulling one out that has lipstick on it, right? That has coffee stains on it, right? It's been in the car sitting, and the sun has faded the colors. Okay, all of this is a part of our presentation, even well before we say one word to the person that we're trying to service. Our work environments, our workspaces, you know, is it looking out of control? Wild and crazy. People walk in and you're flipping through papers trying to get to what you need for them. Are we pulling products off the shelf and the boxes are all discombobulated? Okay? All of this reflects to someone looking on that we're not prepared for them. We are not prepared. So our P, our first P in POP stands for what? Prepare. Prepare. The O in POP stands for outstanding. Be outstanding in your style of service. I want to tell you about that because let's talk about popcorn. Popcorn has lots of different flavors, right? Okay, so we have cheese popcorn, right? We have the yellow cheese popcorn, and then we have the white cheddar. Okay, we have the gourmet popcorns, right? We have the caramel popcorn. We just have all different types of butter. You know, you can have the real butter and you can have the fake butter. And, I mean, we just got all different kinds. And so it is the same with the way we all render service, because we all have different personalities. Some of us are a little spicy. Spicy. Some of us, you know, we're a little sweet, right? We're a little sweet. We put our little sweetness on it, right? However you choose to butter it up, okay? We all have a different style, but be outstanding in whatever that is. When we're talking to the customer, what is our tone when we speak to them? I posted something a couple of days ago about that, you know, that we can say, oh, I'm so sorry about that, you know, apologizing to the customer for something we did incorrectly, but then it could be the tone in which we say it. Well, I'm sorry. Okay, well, that's a whole different tone, right? Then I really apologize if that happened to you. Let's see what we can do to remedy that situation. That's a different disposition. So just make sure that when we're putting our personality in it, that we are doing it in such a way that we are still showing the customer respect, and that we are definitely concerned about making sure that we resolve the issue and they feel the sincerity. Okay? So be outstanding in your style of service.